Hello, I'm Eagle Gardens 1 on Instagram, and this is fucking Talking Shit with Eagle, episode 356.5. The wormhole. Hopefully you guys are having a good night. Man, still thinking about that fucking Mendo Dope episode. I'll probably get smacked with some copyright, but man, it's worth it, isn't it? I think so. Cheers, Jason, Ivan, Iljuster, CJ Apple. Thank you guys for coming back. Trying to work on my chat. Got stuff to work out here. Come on, I need to pop it out. Cass. Cheers. Mo Grower. This is the Legends. Some cool edit. Seldom seen. Cheers to you as well. I got top chat going. Kelly Maxwell. Thanks you very much. Light up again, Tim. Man, how you been, my friend? How you been? Oh man, I've been thinking about you, my friend. Top 4 in genetics. Lucky Mike. Cheers to all of you guys. How was your Friday? How's your week been? What are you smoking on? All questions I'd like to know. Fixing to roll up a fatty. Pulling apart this carcass. Mendo Dope and throwing it in another. Teeny 101. Cheers to you as well. Hopefully you guys stopped in and checked out that fucking fun episode with Mendo Dope. Cheers, Ned Denver. GR420 Community Videos, otherwise known as GMO. Fucking thank you for dropping links all night long. That fucking shit makes a huge difference. Not just to me, but it makes the guests feel very welcome as well. I should be doing it, to be honest with you, but some nights I'm on that shit. Some nights I'm kind of a little off on that shit, but man, I got some great folks just like yourself to help out with that shit. Little Jester, I gotta move my mouse so I can see what you guys are saying. Ooh, grape, psychotosis, jam, and shoreline, slippery banana flower. Ooh, sounds pretty good. Yoda Grows. What's up? What is up? Grape Skittles. That sounds fucking pretty good too. Man, I'm trying to get fucking Skittles folks to come on. He says he'd come on a little back and forth. And I'm working on it. Cheers, the Jeff Roll 42069. Is anybody else a fan of Static X? I know Dead Cynic, when he was on, kind of brought it back a little bit, but man, I always did enjoy some Static X myself. Boom Farms, what is up, my friend? What is up? Always enjoyed Boom. Thank you, Yoda. Appreciate that. Uncle Stoner's heading to Michigan. Uncle Stoner said he might hit me up. Good heads up. When he said when he got to Michigan, he would definitely look me up. Thank you for that heads up, Cass. Dirty or Catfish. Cheers to you, of course. Lexi I. Cheers to you, honey. You look at that air. Yeah, push it. The Destroyer. That's a good one, too. I like, for some reason, some of my favorite tunes have corny shit in the background, and this is one of them. Just the, yeah, I'm with stupid. All the other comments. Oh, man. Isaiah. Thank you, Cass. Chad Westport. Thank you for popping on yesterday. Fucking working on rolling up worms for another fatty. Gotta have a fatty with big fat worm in it, right? Big high 710 Bingus. Hell yeah, Bingus. What's up, Bingus? Let me kill this here. Static X.
Happy belated.
There we go.
Happy belated first year show celebration that I missed.
Man, I can't thank you enough, man. I was hoping he was gonna be popping, but I understand everybody's got their workload. You know, I can't. That's one thing too that yeah, I appreciate everybody's time, but as I've told Smiley and everybody else, it applies to too, man. You have to take care of life first, man. I appreciate all the stop-ins, but man, popping in ain't no fun when you're fucking going, God damn, man, I wish I was fucking, all my shit was done.
Well, things catch up to you. I had some commitments I had to take care of, and then I got this new bed. Oh my God, dude. I haven't slept right for years. So I definitely stressed it a few days, and so I slept really well. But dude, another great episode, and things are just rolling along. So congratulations, and I don't want to stay up here too long tonight because I got to get up early again tomorrow and get some shit done. Out in this big world of ours.
Man, I'm sorry, go ahead, brother.
I was just going to compliment you on the new t-shirt very now.
Yeah, this was the last time I told him I wanted exactly the way Kazoo drew it out. And this time he asked if he could play with it a little bit. And I'm like, yeah, why not? And like I was kind of talking about last night, I don't mind, hopefully Kazoo don't mind a little bit of the playing with the back and forth of the design. I still am I like the original design, but with that in mind, I like the idea limited. I like the idea limited shit. Only getting so much of that way, it makes it more special when you go, I got one of those. You know what I mean? I got one of these. I got one of those. I'm a collector. I collect weird shit. But that's always a fun way to make things more collectible, to just like so many versions of so many prints, and then move on, change it a little bit, tweak it just a little bit, and then another whatever. But yeah, that's kind of the idea.
That's awesome. That's awesome. What's up, Johnny?
What's up? I like that idea too. Man, that was a great show. I didn't get a notice. I'm sitting there going, what the heck, man? I didn't get a notice. And then I had to go look for it. And I said, oh, shoot.
I have yet to figure that shit out, to be honest with you. Why they do and why they don't sometimes. Sometimes I know to be honest with you, Bed Grower 1 he taught me this, was with copyrighted music, sometimes they'll play along and let you, get away with it for a while. But then there's sometimes where they go, okay, you're abusing it. You know what I mean? And they'll drop you a little bit in the algorithms, take away a little bit of your notifications and shit. They're funny
It's
with
kind of
how that
random
algorithm works.
punishment. Random
Yeah,
punishment.
exactly. Yeah.
That is
Uh,
just that's Jack though, man. Sorry about all those guys out there named Jack, you know.
Yeah.
the key too is to get other people to share your video. To not rely on YouTube to get you strength at all, because they're so inconsistent in their opinions and in their just their rules. They're so arbitrary and they're not very clear. And I think it just boils down, to me, in this system that I've been dragged through for the last several years. It's always about the money, and if they can make a dime off you, they will. If you start costing them money, or like if they're getting a lot of complaints or whatever, and it's costing them money, then they'll just get rid of you and make some kind of veiled threat of some complaint that you broke, right? So that's my opinion. I don't know. I mean, I've been able to maintain my channel for, gosh, almost 5 years now, and I've never had, I think I had one strike once, and it was because I was explaining how to buy and where to go to buy cannabis seeds. And he said, we don't want you doing
That's a
that.
little bit too much information.
Well, they told me. I mean, it was obvious. I was like, okay. And I just waited it out on whatever it was, 30 days, 90 days. I wasn't doing much anyway on YouTube, so it wasn't like a big deal. But now I think they want, one thing they call YouTubers is creators. They want you to be creative, either in education or have a something that is going to draw subscriptions. They always want new blood in, right? And so if you can get picked up on other people's web pages, for example, that's what happens to a lot of my videos. I find them all over the place on somebody's website that's, explaining, educating people about cannabis. And that's how I've been able to get quite a few subscribers. And it's not from fucking YouTube. I'm telling you that much, straight up. It's about sharing your content with those that actually have interest,
Yeah.
So, anyway.
Word of mouth, and that makes total sense. Yeah.
YouTube.
Yeah.
Best way
With
to build a
that
business.
being said, I enjoy things the way they are, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I enjoy the small community mystique about it, if you will. And, this is comfortable. This is comfortable for me.
I think we had this
And
conversation.
so,
Yeah, the keeping a low overhead in business is a good idea. Keeping your head low is a good way to keep a low overhead. You know what I mean? It's plus, and I've been a part. If you get too many people in the chat room, that if the chat room's really active, it's good. I mean, I'm pretty good at multitasking, but it gets a little out of control. And having a nice, tight group of weed nerds that show up regularly and know that it's something that they can kind of count on, it's pretty damn cool. And that's why I like hanging out here. I really do. I said it before. I don't really, no other place in town. I haven't really found any other saloon I like to hang out in.
It's like a virtual sesh hangout in a way,
Yeah.
where we're all hanging out,
Yeah.
smoking a little bit on the 20s or the 10s, or, if we missed the 22s.
Yeah.
I was thinking today, and as far as that goes, man, there was back in the early takeoff episodes, man. I call them the fucking duck and run, or stumble and roll. But man, even when them guests didn't fucking show up, man, I would just still kind of like put my head down and fire up the live and just what it was. I just roll with it. You know what I mean? Sorry I had somebody, but Now you're gonna have to listen to me for a fucking hour and a half. But it always worked out for the best. But what I think what was important about that though, Bingus,
Yeah.
and what I think was what helped draw into people and into this thing was that commitment, to be honest with you. That every day at 11:30 they knew I was gonna fucking be there. If I had to put my head down and fucking say, welcome to the show, I don't have a guest, I still did it. And I think that, letting that veer a little bit now, to where like now if my guests don't show up, I'm a little bit more gun shy to fill that time. I'm all like, nah, I don't want to be there for two. I don't have nothing else to say for 2 extra hours. I have to go on late, then start the wormhole. But I
Yeah.
think I need to kind of get back to that a little bit, to, that consistency that everybody can count on. This is the time. Even tonight, I said I'd be back on it too. I did what time to make it on? Like fucking quarter after, maybe even just after 2:20. I need to create a schedule and stick by it, flat out. Just this is it. Go by that one way or
Uh,
another.
I totally agree. Dead Cynics in the chat brings up consistency and persistency is where I learned a lot of my live persona is from watching Mike early on when he had the insomniac session, much like what you do, Eagle. And that was something I could count on. Persistency, consistency, accountability, responsibility, all those words kind of fit together nicely, and you don't find them very often in today's world. And when you can find it subconsciously, you're kind of drawn, at least I am. I'm drawn to that. Like, oh, what am I doing here? I'm waltzing around on my computer. Oh man, it's that time. Bang. You know, I know I can count on Eagle being there. And I know Mike, brother Mike's got a lot more going on now than back then. I think that was 4 or 5 years ago. But that's what it's all about. Being consistent, persistent, and having a personality that you're willing to put out there. Put yourself out there. Just be yourself, which I struggle. I didn't want to show my face for a long time. And again, until the insomniac session that Mike and all those crazy guys, we used to hang out and do all kinds of crazy shit. And it's that connectivity that I love. And I'm still drawn to it because I'm human. you know? So, sorry, I got on my soapbox.
No, I see him in chat there. It's funny that he popped in tonight. It's one of them things that, you put it in the ether. You know what I mean? Like, it's funny because I was talking about him earlier when the show came on. Right before you came on, I was playing fucking Static X. And, it's one Static X was one of my favorite bands. But yet throughout, life, this, that, good tunes, favorite bands, shit like that tend to get buried behind some memories until, a radio station, a great guest, you know, hey, remember Static X? And you go, fuck, I love Static X. You know what I mean? After that episode, I had that. Well, during that episode, when we were talking about it, I had that moment. I was like, fuck. I'm about, you know what I mean? On my YouTube list, I've been beating the shit out of all these same songs. I would love to hear some Static X. So I went back in and I, put some Static X through there. There were some, but it was buried. So I put some in, but it was live tonight when I went on. I was rocking out some, and I gave him credit. When I heard it, I was like, man, I had forgot about these guys until Ted said it. And it pretty much was like, thank you for bringing them back. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's. I think it's kind of coincidence that as he played, song played, put his name in the ether, boom, there he is in the chat. You know what I'm saying?
Well connected. You give the opportunity to put a face to the name. Many of the people in the chat room now, cheers to the chat, by the way. I know who they are. Okay. Before I didn't know who they were. Now I do.
right? You could see them.
Yeah. I know
Each name you see on the screen there, you could put a picture to it, put a voice to it, put a personality to it. You know what I'm saying? It's just great.
it makes it so much nicer when you are scrolling around the internet and you run into them. You know, it's like, oh, dude, like I've been in chats that were totally not cannabis related, and I've seen some of them. I'm like, oh shit, you know what I mean? So it's like, wow, okay. So it's cool, you know. What about Bob, Little Jester? What's up, guys? Good to see you. That's what I'm saying. You know, it's great. So I think a year of that solid, fuck, dude, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Yeah, it is.
You know, it it's funny they everybody says that because, you know, to me, I don't see it. You know what I mean? I look back and then I see like my videos. I don't even scroll down them anymore. It's just all of them. You know, it's every day's a new day, and I don't think about all the time I've spent into this. I'm too busy looking to the future. You know what I mean?
Doing that.
And to me, I don't see, you know, what everybody else is seeing all the time and all that. You know what I mean? To me, this is when you do something you love, it doesn't fucking matter. You know what I mean? Showing up night after night. This isn't something, you know what I mean? And then that's one of the things that's, again, I think the way, and I feel I hate talking about myself like this, but that's one of the things that for me, the way things are set up, the way the community inputs and, you know, helps with this, the non-monetization of it all. I think once, if it were to that point, you know, I mean, you feel dedicated. And though I don't feel dedicated, you know what I mean? In this project, you know, I still feel like this is a very much passion project. I don't feel like, you know, I'm dedicated to come on because of, you know, money, you know what I mean? Sponsors, you know what I mean? I don't feel obligated like the show has to go on. I genuinely like, yeah, I can't wait to do this. And I think, you know, once that enters the picture and then there's a expectation or, you know, an obligation, I think that kind of fucking like, you know, once things are an obligation and not a fun thing, it's like, for me anyway, it's like, eh.
Keep thinking that way. Keep doing that. You know what I mean? Seriously. There's a lot of people out there that are that one note you read tonight, right? I mean, just I've said this before too. When you're walking down the street and somebody's coming towards you, nowadays they turn away. I mean, instead of saying hi, I mean, you say hi to somebody that's got their head down, they could be thinking negative things like, you know, going home and committing suicide. And you say hi and they go, oh, geez, maybe I'm not.
Somebody noticed me.
Yeah, maybe I'm not invisible. Somebody actually reached out to me. You know, you may have saved his life and you didn't even know it. That's the whole idea that seems to be melting away. And so I'm glad to see it. And I want to support that. I want to get behind that whenever I can. Real life it has a way of getting in the way of that. You know, it just does. And it's weird, but true. You know? It's almost like, all right, we know you're doing good. Here's one fasting outside. Can you hit it? You know, it's like, fuck. You know, you got to really stretch. It's crazy, you know. So your consistency, persistency. I say if somebody can be consistent 98, 95, 80% of the time, you are fucking ahead of the game, man. Way ahead.
Even 50% of the time.
Doing good. Doing good.
But man, things are looking up for year two, man. The calendars are already filling out. You know, the projects of you know, doing other things, going other places, or the opportunities are opening up. So I'm very much looking forward to this shit.
A Mendo Dope Dad song? That's pretty
I'm
dang
hoping.
cool, man.
Damn, that would be
That's
fucking.
pretty dang cool, I must say. I was listening to that going, yes.
No,
You
Alexia.
know, one comment I did say, I didn't mean to cut you off, I guess. One comment I did see today, and it doesn't take away from like what you said tonight or anything else, but it was from in chat. It was from Brown Guy 420 tonight. He was a past guest, and I have a lot of respect for that gentleman as well, man. He's taught a lot of people, a lot of shit throughout the. But when he was in chat today, he was like, "How does?" He's like, "Man, he has so many cool people on this show. How does he not have way more subs than he does?" And I thought to myself, I don't want him. You know what I mean? I don't. I'm cool. I mean, I'm very. This is the way I kind of look at that shit too. If it were to blow up, you wouldn't be able to handle it. You got to be able to, you know, learn the curve there. You know what I mean? Grow with the show and not just not. It's got to be organic. It's got to be organic.
And maybe I'm naive at the situation that it is, but what does it mean to have more subs at the situation?
Not much, brother.
Not much, really, to be honest with you, it doesn't mean shit unless you're trying to push a buck. To be honest with you, in my opinion, as far as wanting more subs or no more subs or whatever, it's
What would
just
be
for
what
me
is considered a sub?
Subscribers.
somebody that
Somebody
somebody that
subscribes
subscribes to
to
the channel, watches
Oh,
every night.
okay, all right. So
Good.
people that actually pay into have the okay, I got it, yeah. But you're not about that. So
I never.
yeah.
No,
Go ahead.
in my opinion, why I don't want, I'm not hoping for the growth as much as some of the
Jack,
people think that it should have the growth, is I'm afraid it will lose the intimacy. You know what I mean? I very much enjoy being able to read the comments in chat, know who they are, these conversations here. I'm honestly afraid that, if the show were that big, it just like Bingus kind of said, it'd just be like, and I wouldn't fucking know half the names or anything about them. And you know what I mean? I prefer this. What's up, Jack Greenstalk? How you doing, man?
yeah, Jack. Good to see you, brother.
What do you think, Jack?
Good to be seen. I think that the show tonight with Mendo Dope was awesome. I think there is something cool about an intimate crowd. I think Joe Rogan kind of talked about it a little bit when he was talking about playing a comedy club versus like a stadium or an arena, where they're, it's cool to play for like thousands of people. That's one thing. But then like playing for like 150 or like 200 or even like a 50-person show, where you can like experience the crowd. And stand-up comedy is obviously different than a stream, but in a stream like yours, I know the reason that I showed my face was after watching the show for about a week, I recognized 75% of chat. It was the same fucking people every single night. So I was like, who am I worried about showing my face to? I talk to these people every fucking night. It's not like somebody that like is in my daily life. Unfortunately, some of the people have become now in my daily life. Shout out to the people that I've gotten to meet in person through this show. Joshua LaCroix being one of them. But I look forward to meeting him. He's fucking awesome. Like some of the best people. Him and his wife, just amazing.
Can't really amazing people. Yes, I agree with you 100%.
So it's been really awesome. I will say that I like the small community over here. Not that it's small. I mean, there's thousands plus subscribers, but it feels intimate because like when you're here live, that's what like I felt a little guilty not being here yesterday live. I was burnt out, 2 12+ hour days back to back. just passed the fuck out. I wrote one message in chat. I was like, cheers, Eagle. I'm gonna fall asleep tonight, buddy. But I watched it back, and yeah, man, it's been a great year of the show. Then Mendo Dope comes on and crushes it. I didn't watch the whole episode. I just caught a little bit there before I jumped on. But yeah, man, what a way to start the second year.
Amen.
And cheers to you, Eagle.
Indeed.
Definitely a good one. I got Canna Fiery will be the guest tomorrow, and then Gus Groves. Then of course, Mondays Wormhole, Daniel Wormhole on Mondays. And I'm fine with that. That as far as that to me, as far as like a day off or a break, that little bit of stagger right there, I dig that shit. And then we got Hacho Grown that will be here Tuesday, and we got of course Smiley's the organic takeover. I'm very much looking forward to that episode on Wednesday. So, and fucking April's already starting to fill up as far as to the 9th already. So, yeah. Upward and onward.
Sounds excellent. I think I'm going to take a bong rip just because of it.
I think that sounds like a good idea. I'll have to refresh a little.
Cheers, World's Last Hope. Welcome.
Yeah, where else I
Cheers,
saw
welcome.
man.
Fogger, man. Dude, I'm going to get a fogger. See, that's another thing. I get great ideas that can make my life easier. Watching the world's last hope fog his plants. I'm going to go with a little small mister to see. They have these little small ones because I don't have a huge setup like he does. I'm just going to try one out for like, and if it's good, then I'll probably get a backpack and just go crazy on my whole fucking house.
Look into Petrol Tools. They actually have a very, very, very good line of sprayers, but they are actually pretty actually like affordable. But no, they do very, very, very good work. When I started like getting a little bit bigger, I was doing the hand sprayer and the pump sprayer and the backpack sprayer, and it just took forever. The second I upgraded to an actual atomizer, a room that took me about 45 minutes to an hour took me about 15 minutes. It definitely saved a whole lot of time, so I could spend more time with family.
That's it. That's my whole deal. Save a step. We used to, dude, back when we used to roll joints back in the 70s, we had a roach clip on the end of an antenna. We called it
Yes.
Save a step. Who's got the sass?
Bingus. You can get 10% off of Petra Tools. You can get 10% off Petra Tools with my buddy Brandon Russ has a discount code Bokashi, like as in Bokashi Earthworks, his company.
He's on my IG.
He works with them.
Yeah. Mention pretty much everybody on this show pretty much, and I bet you end up getting a discount. But they sent me
there's
tools
also
test,
one for,
but yeah, definitely.
Cheers, Bingus.
There's a thing, Fogmaster Junior. If you want something for indoors, it's like smaller scale. You can get them for like $100 or less, and it has like a thing from 20 micron to 120. You can adjust the dial, and it can spray horticultural oils. It's much more suited for a small indoor grow, and it's a very fine mist atomizer. And yeah,
awesome.
They use it also for like sterilizing. So if you ever see it in promoted to like the industry for like cleaning hotels or office spaces and things like that, you can get them cheaper than sometimes the garden advertised ones.
That's funny. That's the same thing that with the dosatrons. They're actually soap dispensers for car washes.
I have a little $20 model coming. I know it's a cheapie, right? But I want to play.
Hey, if it works, man.
Yeah, I want to play with it a little bit, and then I'm probably going to go to Petrol Tools. I think I seen the Petrol Tools earlier today. But the mini Fogmaster, is that what you're saying, Jack?
Yeah, Fogmaster Junior.
All right.
I could send you the link, but that's the one that I would recommend people that have like a smaller indoor grow, because some of these like ones with the atomizers that have tanks, if you spray that thing, you're gonna like soak your whole fucking room and house. And like the Fogmaster Junior, it's like a handheld little. It's got like a much smaller tank, and it's It's much more reasonable. You can even use it outdoor, but it's only for like a couple plants, like on the side of your house or whatever. It's not like a huge operation kind of thing. But indoor, it's a lot more reasonable at some people.
When I actually spray my indoor, I actually do not mind a bit of overspray. That way I actually get to treat my area that I'm growing in. But no, definitely there's definitely a difference between just a couple of plants and wanting to do everything else. If you
about your lights?
I normally either dim them or turn them off.
No, I'm
most
talking
of the
about
time,
the spray hitting the light.
Again, I normally dim them or turn them off. With my LED room, I don't really worry about it. There's no burn from that. The other LED room, there's no really burn from that. The Gavita room, I turn them down and turn one of them off. The CMH room, I try to dim, like turn all them off but one. Just because the overspray and the actual vapors, I feel like it all depends on what you're spraying. Enzymes are not too awful bad on your bulbs. They seem more like water spotlets, but when you start going into oils, that's when they start covering your bulbs. So you need to be careful for sure. But that's obviously higher your lights, turn them down. Try not to spray anywhere around any kind of bulb use. You fucking can, period. LEDs, a little bit more leniency, but again, it's all about your intensity. Because again, like if you have some LEDs burn bleach the fuck out of your plants. You do not want to spray anything and leave that at that intentionally. You either drop it down or turn them off.
I'm less concerned about the plant and just more talking about like maintaining, like cleaning off, like if you do have LEDs, even the ones that are like rated to run in a shower or like fully waterproof, when you're spraying stuff all the time, you're covering that surface and it goes from being that 2.4 ppfd or whatever per watt that you want down to like 2.2 or whatever, and it's like having like foggy headlamps on your car, like you're getting less efficiency, you're getting less brightness, but over time.
At the same time, obviously you need to clean your bulbs and your lights consistently. That's definitely something. And again, like microfiber cloths, things you clean, watches, glasses, things like that are your best bet for those for sure. LEDs, you're not going to get the blow ups. Like if you overspray and you hit a bulb, it's not going to blow up. The LEDs will not do that. If they get inside of the LEDs, they might create moisture and short out a fucking section of them. But still, it's not even about how much. Well, certain lights, it's about how much wattage and heat you're putting out, and then other lights is about the spectrum you're putting out. So it's like, is the light going to use the heat to burn the plant, or is it the spectrum that's going to actually like do the damage? So you just got to know what you're spraying, when you're spraying, what light you're using, and how to tailor it so you can actually do spray and treat without doing damage.
What you smoking on tonight, World's Last Hope?
Donny Burger and Triangle still.
I just popped some Donny Burger.
Though, dude, I am so fucking happy with the Donny Burger line. That shit's so fucking nice. Like that's probably TK has been my favorite for over 10 years. And when I did the Donny Burger, like, dude, I think I found something that I like more. That's saying something, because I've been through probably fucking at least 500 strains, and that was like my main, like, no, this is my bitch from like 2012 to like 16. And I think I may have made something that I like more, which is, in my opinion, that's awesome as fuck for me, because I didn't think I would find anything that I personally thought would top it. And I feel like I've bred something that I'm like, oh, dude, I think I might have liked this more. Of course, it totally could be a placebo effect, something that you made, but I don't know. When you make something yourself, you feel the love.
Yeah.
So
I get that. Donny Burger's in my top 5 for sure.
Dude, the pheno that I picked out was one. It was 61 out of 140. And dude, even cured changed. Like when it was fresh, it was like, again, I don't want to claim skunk on anything, but it was sour, skunky. You drugged through an oil shop, like an old like Jiffy Lube, then buried it in the fucking forest underneath a tree for 2 weeks, dug it up, and then started cooking it and eating it. And then when you cure it, it becomes more rank. It's like, it literally is like, dude, just like more roadkill, like it's just like, ugh, this is almost like decomposing, ugh, sour, disgusting, ugh. But oh my god, it's flavorful and sweet, sour, fucking heavy. Love it. Love it, love
How
it.
many
I'm actually
did
gonna
you-
grow like 2 or 3 rooms of it here in a second.
Jack,
Go ahead.
I just happened to capture part of your episode over there on Green Bicycles there with Vegan Doja. Man, you should send me links to that shit, man. I can only catch so much, brother. Fucking,
I didn't even know I
and
was
I
gonna be
love to
on.
support my buddies and shit when they're on, man. I like to pop in the chat. You know what I mean?
I showed up last second, man. Like, I got shout out to Sungrown 707. He's like, dude, your buddy Vegan Doja's on Pet from Green Bicycles, and he sent me the link. So I jumped in the chat, and there was like connection issues at the beginning with Doja. So he did like his intro for like 20 or 30 minutes, and then he dropped out because he lives on the hill up in NorCal, like real remote. And so Pat took over the show, and he was talking to the chat back and forth, and he'd use his StreamYard. He just has that link that he'll send out, and he'll like approve people to come in. And he did have the flasher the one time, and said it a few other people, but unfortunate for him. But
I don't
in this
roll
case,
like
he's
that.
like, "Are you this?" He's like, "Are you the same Jack Greenstalk in the chat that wrote this book that it was 50 Strains of Green that Vegan Doja was featured on the cover and has 2 strains in?" And so he had me come on at the end of the show and talk about. I basically shared my relationship and how I met Vegan Doja, and it's a good story. You guys should go check it out. I had a good time with that, and I'm gonna try and get him on our show sometime too, because he's a cool dude. And I could learn some tissue culture knowledge from him. So that's my goal this year, is trying to learn tissue culture.
Nice,
I
man.
wanted to bring it out, man. Fucking Mr. Randy D has a question in chat. Thank you, Jason. I still pointing it out. The question is, ever a seed or genetic so valuable and rare you'd be scared to germinate, you know, for commitment of long term, you know, storage? I don't know. I definitely have some seeds in my case that, you know, I've tried to germinate a few times, and I know I'm down to, you know, 10. You know what I mean? And now I'm at this point to where if I've got to or want to pop them, I'm waiting for like a good tried and true, if not even to pass them over to like a tissue culture type atmosphere to, you know what I mean? Here, these have to come to light. You know what I mean? Can you save them type thing? I definitely have a few of those that I'd be scared to pop in fear of completely forever losing that shit.
Well, it's better to pop them sooner than later.
Well, I've got some that I don't know how to get to pop. I've tried a couple of different techniques, and I can't get them to pop. And they're from the early 80s and the 90s. The seeds that
How
I
many
got.
do you have left?
Well, I will
There's
show
all
you.
kinds of techniques, man.
Like hundreds, 1,000, 10?
These right here.
You're not on camera.
I'm not on camera. Okay.
No, you're not.
Correct.
Or I went so I could watch the whatchamacallit
Chat.
chat. Yeah. Okay. Let me get back there. Well, anyways, I got about, I would say, about 150.
So I would personally try a few
Multiple
different.
different strains. I mean, and this is not just one strain. This is all kinds of different strains.
What methods have you tried so far to get them to pop?
Well, I've tried just the straight water in the cup. I tried it with peroxide and water. I've tried it with water and aloe vera. I've also used the technique where you use a tube of sandpaper and you put your seed in there and shake it.
Scuffing.
You know? Scuffing, okay. And I've done that, and then I've done all the other techniques along with it. That's kind of cool, scarification. That's a neat word. And I don't know of any other techniques to use outside of those that I've used, that
I can throw
would,
one or two.
that would be awesome because
Me too.
Just throw it there anyway.
yeah, that would be awesome because I don't
So-
want to keep losing out. You know what I'm saying? Because there might be something that's in here that is just freaking amazing. You know what I'm saying?
I think if you tried, like you were talking about with like, there's seed crackers. I could send you the link there. You can just go on Instagram and type in at the seed cracker, but the dude at Woodshed 13 makes them. But 2020 Mendocino also makes like a wooden version. I like the metal one because it's just like basically like a vice that tightens down and tightens down and tightens down. You just put it right up next to your ear when it gets touching the seed. And I just listen for that little pop, and it works really well with old seeds. And once you give that crack, sometimes it'll even shoot that tail out and then not sprout because it's an older seed. And I've seen people experiment with different levels of gibberellic acid, also known as GA3. And you can find GA3 legally online and just use that at like 50 to 150 parts per million in your water. And I've seen some people get stuff from the 80s and 90s to sprout by using those two techniques primarily. So that's what I would throw out there.
Yeah, I don't have my pen in front of me. I'm looking around. I can't find it.
So there's another thing you can do. Again, go with the seed cracker. You can go buy the seed cracker anywhere. Needle nose pliers also work really well. You take them in the pliers and grab the actual tip and give them a little pop by hand. You can actually hear it if you do not want to buy a seed cracker. K&F has a seed soak recipe that you can actually put nutrients and life back into the seed before you actually pop it. If you scuff them, it helps loosen them up. When you crack them by hand, it helps open them up, but the life is what actually brings them out. Folic acids are great for popping seeds. But yeah, look up this Korean Natural Farming seed soak recipe because you're actually soaking them in preventatives and life before you actually try to pop them, because sometimes that's what's lacking, is the seeds are lacking life. In my opinion, organic seeds have a lot longer shelf life than synthetic seeds, but the synthetic seeds lack the life. So if you can actually do a seed soak recipe, you bring the life back into them, help them germinate. But even organically, there's certain seeds that are super hard. Like they're so hard, they don't want to pop. So you have to give them a little tiny help.
Okay.
Fingers or Eagle, do you guys have any thoughts on getting a tough seed to crack to go?
I like to put them in a wet paper towel, wrap them in cellophane, put them in a dark environment, and then put them inside my cloner that stays at about 80 degrees continually. And I usually get about 100%, unless the seeds are, not all seeds are good. I mean, some of them just are, they're not going to pop, especially older seeds. I have some New York diesel. I popped 10, I got one, but they're from 2015. All right. I got a bunch more right now that I'm going to pop, because if I get 1 out of 10, I can probably get maybe another 2 out of 20. You know? So it's just,
if you run into that problem, make sure again, like they don't pop, they're not done. So dry them back out and give them another try. I've definitely had seeds that I had like 3 or 4 different tries, and they finally fucking went. Actually, after I gave them like enough attention, they finally fucking went. So don't give up on those. Make sure if they don't pop, dry them out, completely dry them out, rice everything, completely dry them out, and then try again.
well,
not a lost cause yet.
It's the original New York City diesel from New York, and they're old.
So it's is it an NYCD S1 or is it original NYCD?
It's a regular run.
So it's regular
from the original New York City diesel.
From Top Dog, from JJ?
Whoever the original guy was, right?
I think that's JJ. Actually, that's how we got the Loompas headband, actually, is so somebody worked for JJ back in the day and was one of his crew members, and they had Loompas headband, and one dude snagged a cut of it, put it in his pocket, sent it back east. So one of the guys out here got it, and they started blowing it up. actually Dragon with Matches was the first person to get it. They actually grew that 7 years before they actually met Loompa.
The one that I have, it's probably a foot tall in a cup. I'm going to transplant it. It stinks all fucking
Nice.
ready. It stinks, man. I come into the
Hell yeah,
room,
man.
shit, I'm in veg here. What the fuck, right? Also, I have a double cheese that's doing the same thing. Between the two of them, they're both just, but these are older seeds. And this, my buddy, dude, I have a friend, close friend of mine. He's asked me not to say his name, but he's a seed hoarder. And he's been hoarding seeds for a long time. And we went down the list, right? And so I'm, we're doing a lot of trading. I got an OG face-off OG,
Nice.
regular seeds.
Actually, that's one of the males. One of the strains that I bred with was Face Off OG on Rare Dangus #1. So no, I know all about the Face Off for sure. Blogus, if you want the UK cheese to maybe do a breeding project with, let me know. I've got it.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm the DJ Short Blueberry. Okay.
Oh, nice.
Beautiful.
Hell yeah. Actually, I absolutely love the blue cheese. The blue cheese was actually one of my favorites for sure. Actually, that's why my wife wanted to be like, hey, can you put this room together and make it all cheese, please? Because I fucking love the blue cheese. So this is all UK cheese.
That's why she married you? I see.
She married him because he was so cheesy.
Yeah, we should talk. I don't know. He's told me a bunch more because he gets excited when he sees me grow them, and I'm just like, fucking, where have you been all my life? So I'm just very grateful. And we've been buddies now for ever since I've been on YouTube. It's interesting. Again, YouTube is a great place to meet wonderful people, and maybe someday he'll want me to mention his name, but he's a great guy. And that's true. He was reading me the list. I'm like, what do you want for this one? He goes, we figure out a trade, So it's great. It's awesome. I'm gonna go to bed, my friend. I'm sorry, but I'm just ready to pass out again. And but I will be back.
Logan, plants are looking good, brother.
Thank you.
Been following you. Plants are looking great, bud.
Thanks. Same to you guys. All of you. Really. All of you. Jack, Eagle, Johnny. The world's last hope. I love that name. All right, everybody in chat, be good. Cheers.
Cheers.
Later,
Bingus.
Bingus.
Peace, brother.
Thank you, Bingus.
Have a wonderful night.
Awesome, dude. Love that Bingus. I can't wait to go out and meet him.
Right on, right on. I have to agree with that, Johnny.
Most definitely. He's going to be a good one.
What are you smoking on over there, Jack? Holy shit.
Yeah, that was that was definitely a waitress ask right there. He just got done started taking a hit. What are you smoking?
That would be some OG, Legend OG.
Nice.
It's delicious. I'm a OG fan. I've always been a big fan of OG. Actually, what's funny is I have a coworker of my wife grew some cherry pie. So I have like a 1 gram sample of some cherry pie. I'm not going to dig into it right now.
Have you sampled it yet?
You're into the fucking cherry pie already, fucking Jack.
No. I'm not.
He hasn't even sampled it yet. Yep, I was wondering.
This is just the two back-to-back long days of work, and
Is it from the same strain as you had?
I don't know, actually. To be honest, it doesn't smell like it.
Is he as good of a grower as you are? I'm sorry, I shouldn't say.
I think they have a different cut than I do, and I think they haven't been growing for as long. I think they're only like in their first year or so. But it's, to their credit, it looks really nice. It smells nice, but it's just a different profile.
Oh, sorry. Somebody in
ahead,
chat
Matt.
was asking the difference between UK cheese and blue cheese. UK cheese is the Exodus cut. Blue cheese is blueberry to Exodus.
So I was actually, before all this, getting ready to say, I think I'm gonna fucking make like the old 70s style, like fucking almost random conversation wheel for awkward pauses in the show. Just fucking reach over, grab it, spin, whatever the fuck it is, pull out a fucking topic, boom, there it goes. I honestly think that's something I'm gonna fucking build. It'd be too easy to build one.
It would be very easy to build one. Yes, it would.
I think it'd be fun too. Cheers, everybody in chat. Appreciate all you guys tuning in, man. I got to get my shit back on point, man. I've been fucking sloughing, man. I've actually fucking got a shit ton of work to do. I have been slacking myself, man. I got a up pot. I got the Tiger King that's ready to be up potted. I got the Bingus's Blue Mile that's ready to be up potted. I have the Biscotti Time Primal Punch tester that needs to be up potted. I've got, holy shit, I've got all the fucking shit from Mr. Tight, the 6-shooter, the barbecue grilla, and the citrus shooter that need to be up potted. I got fucking, I gotta make room for fucking shout out to Brandon Family Farms. Got with me today and said he'd be sending me the fucking what was it? Jack Skellington, correct?
Jack Skellington, yes.
Yeah. And also what the fuck?
Colombian.
Damn. Chilumbium, yes. Sorry.
Colombian.
The Chilumbium. Yep. So that would be here early next week. So I got to kind of make room for that as well. So man, I got and I got some other things I'm wanting to drop too. On top of that suitcase, talk about popping old seeds, man. I am definitely a motherfucking hoarder. A hoarder, terrible. So with that being said, too, man, there is stuff, man. You buy stuff, and then I'm guilty of fucking the next new thing. That's one thing I hate to revert back to, my friendship with Sub. But man, every time you'd mail out some testers, and fucking I'd put them in the ground, there'd be a new wave of testers. And I would be like, son of a bitch. You'd always get that text like, yeah, so when are those coming? How come I didn't hear about those? You know what I mean?
What's up, dude?
So, I'm always guilty of putting a couple back. I always keep some back. Always. Oh, that was funny too. I got a fucking message from, oh man, I'm terrible. I'm really high today. Oh, I think it was John in chat that the voice message, crystals. just the voice DM, crystals. Like, that's funny.
That's awesome,
if it wasn't
man.
John, I'm sorry. It could have been many people. Man, it's fucking funny shit.
That's classic. That's a classic one right there.
I gotta look. Now I gotta look because I want to make sure you give the right credit because that shit made me smile. Yeah, it was John. It was
Ozzy John.
That's hilarious. Hey, I'll say it. I bought more crystals after 3 grows in a row. Rifa Mamacita sent me a lithium quartz, and every single time I switched it around. I put it in like the far right plant, far left plant, and the middle plant. No matter what plant it was, and granted, there's like some bias, like I know what plant it's in or whatever, but I try to take as good of care of all of them as I could every single time. I want to get the biggest, best harvest as I can with my medicine. I'm not going to fuck them up for an experiment. So 3 grows in a row, I was like, you know what? Every single time it's been the one with the crystal. So I got some more lithium quartz, and now every plant gets it. So better safe than sorry.
So they did better.
So I'm gonna ask you the same thing that I asked Tal. Have you noticed a difference there? Do you think you noticed a difference in growth?
Oh yeah, it was the best plant every single time. That's what I'm saying. It yielded more. It was a bigger plant. It was healthier the whole time. It drank more water.
Really?
And sometimes if like I had a timer error the one time in one of the grows, the sickest looking plant when the timer error happened was the one with the crystal, because it was eating up its food faster than the rest of them. I'm convinced. And it made me realize, oh, the timer's been on for 48 hours in a row, 2 weeks into flower. So it was what it was. I fixed it, and shit got back on track. Thankfully, nothing harmed. So shout out to 3 Point Stance and Doc Holidays, Subcool, and who is the breeder? Stay Fly Farms, original Dankster, bred the 3 Point Stance, which was Black Triangle to GMO man.
It's fucking on the 20. It fucking.
It's funny, actually. I did a.
On the 20, let's all rip one.
Yeah,
Come on, everybody in chat. Yeah, everybody in chat.
Jack,
let's take a hit right now.
Jack, I actually did the black TK on Han Solo, the GMO Larry F8. So right along the same lines, for sure. Good lineage, for sure.
Cheers. Nailed it up just in time.
Perfect time. Thank you for that,
I
Jack.
love that email. That's one thing I didn't think I'd like, but I do like. For me, honestly, I enjoy the quick heat up and the consistency of temperature, to be honest with you, if it's like a long-term like dab session. But man, it fucking took away the torch that I didn't like about dabbing. You know what I mean? That was one of the draws for me about dabbing, was having to pull out that torch. I didn't care for that, but the email got rid of that mystique. So I actually kind of like the email because of that shit. Cheers, everybody. Cheers, chat.
Yeah, cheers. That was a good hit.
Poor Chad was probably unprepared, trying to bring him back. Probably like, oh wait, we're doing that. I tried setting some timers. Oh man, pretty good. That was the cherry fritter. That was the cherry pie and apple fritter mix, Jack. Super tasty. Greasy. You know, I've had the apple fritter from the same cat. Super tasty, but more delicate. You know what I mean? As far as an extract went. But this shit was fucking greasy by the same apple fritter that I know is going around. But man, very good. Good shit. Man, wouldn't it be great to have that fucking Mendo fucking dab song though? I felt it'd be. I asked for like a minute and a half. That was 3 minutes. That was almost 3 minutes. But that'd be greedy to ask for something like that. That's a whole fucking song. Can you bring me a whole song out of the blue?
Why not, man? They'll probably do it. They'll probably make it longer. They probably will, man. I'm sure they will. They're going to get into it. They won't stop once they start having fun with it. They'll stretch it out a little longer. You know, that's how artists start. They enjoy something like that. Gots to. Hey, is Lucky Mike in chat there? Tell that guy to get on.
Mike's funny.
I'm just talking to him. I'm just talking to him. He's fun.
A lot of cool people. Ross, Joe, Blaze Daily, Stu Moo. I know I'm missing a lot.
Yeah,
Canna Seed,
True moves out
GMO,
there. Heck, we had
Manny D, Lexi, of course, Blaze Daily. I haven't seen him yet. That was fact.
haven't seen him.
Not yet.
Eagle.
Oh, I thought I
Should have. Just yet.
What's that profile like on that cherry pie across to the apple fritter?
sounds sweet.
It's hard to give you a nice like taste bud description after this Starbucks coffee I've been hitting. But on the nose, it's really sweet, kind of floral almost, with a little bit of almost like cleaner scent to it off the nose. But man, it's one of those ones that you could tell, at least from your guys' description, the indica side in it for me, or is cherry pie the indica, right? Man, because that shit I do, the apple fritter don't normally hit me like in the eyes kind of real bad, but you know, this combination does kind of make me a little droopy, but not crazy tired.
Cherry pie is considered a hybrid by most, but it has always put me right to sleep. It's something about the chemical profile of the one that has been around San Diego for a while. Really works with my system. It's like one of the only strains that puts me to sleep. So, but I've honestly gave the cut back to my buddy because he lost his mother, and I didn't even keep a cut. I just gave him like my mother plant that I had because I've been using high CBN RSO, and he could give me a cut back at any time now, hopefully, if he doesn't lose the plant again. But I need to contact him because I just saw something recently with related to him. Like, I don't know if y'all know what Signal is. It's like a messaging app. It's like, oh, so-and-so signed up for Signal. And I'm on Signal already. So I should have just hit him up.
I'm on it.
Let me grab a cut of that cherry pie back because it's been a little while. It's nice to keep in touch with these people. And he's been a really good dude to me. He gave me the cherry pie the first time and ran it once, loved it, hung on to it for a while, gave it back to him. And yeah, it's definitely, I would say it's an indica for me for sure. Like, it puts me right to bed. But there's so many different cherry pies out there. Like, everybody talks about how like cookies cherry pie Hermes a lot, and this cherry pie I've never seen Hermes, and this dude he's a very commercial type, would never grow it if it Hermes.
So the original cherry pie Cookie Fam got from a buddy in Lancaster, California. They handed him a cut of cherry pie and a handful of seeds. Said, hey, every time this grows, it doesn't grow Hermes. It grows straight up fucking male parts, like from week 2 to 6. Like, not Hermes parts, male parts, like balls. If you pick them off, dude, nothing pollinates. But this grows 6 to 10 seeds every time I grow it. So here's a handful of the seeds that came off of it. I've grown a bunch of these out. None of them are cherry pie. They're all different, but they're actually like kind of stable. But cherry pie itself doesn't Hermes. It actually throws fucking male balls. But if you pick them off week 2 to 6, the pollen is not very viable, so it only makes a handful of seeds, but it's very, very good smoke. But the offspring doesn't seem to pass any of the that cherry pie trait. Like, they're kind of all over the place, but they come off with really good offspring, and for some reason they're very stable. But cherry pie, again, that's another reason why it's kept around, because dude, it's that fucking potent and it grows great. Doesn't have that many problems. Even if you're in a novice grower, it's going to make a few seeds, but not a ton. So it's not even like, it's not really.
I think that plant might be a Hermie or an S1 of a plant that maybe the crew that I have got, or it's just a different plant. Because I've seen people say cherry pie Kush, cherry pie OG, just straight up cherry pie. So I don't know if it's 3 different strains.
Those are pretty well all the
shit.
same. But in my opinion, when Cookie Crew got
I'll just give you the
their
provenance of mine.
original,
I'll tell you where I got mine. I don't really care about cookies because my shit none of ours has ever Hermade, and it's from a different source. So we got it from Florida. There was a group that moved here to California and owned a hydro store in San Diego. And the owner of that hydro store's best friend is the Florida connection. He brought it. They've been running it for over 20 years. This is a really old cut, but it fades to like a black. It's more like gasoline.
What was it again? Oh, the cherry pies. Well, let me think here. Yeah, that'd probably be about right. So he, okay, yeah, definitely. That's about the right time frame for sure. Because let me think here. The 2012, I went to High Times. That's when they first started entering the forum, and actually nobody knows about the 14-week sativa cut of Thin Mint cookies. But no, I can definitely see that time frame for sure. I can definitely see them having friends in Florida for sure.
Yeah, and if you look at Gage Green Group, who breeds with what they
cherry
call
pie,
cherry pie
Grateful
Kush,
Breath, yeah,
they
Joseph Breath,
write mother of all cookies on their hashtags a lot, and Smiley grows a lot of their gear with the thought that cherry pie may be the parent of the Girl Scout cookie.
Yeah, definitely. So again, so when they went to Lancaster and they got the cut of fucking cherry pie, again, the dude gave him a cut and said, here's a shitload of seeds of the offspring. I've grown them out. They're not cherry cookies. There's not one in there that tastes, looks, structure, smoke. Honestly, I don't know exactly the dude, but again, Jigga? Burner and Jigga met the dude in Lancaster, California. That was the original story. Well, to my circle, apparently. But again, it could be anything. But my opinion, it is a cherry pie S1. Cherry pie S1 is most of the cookies because they say it's what is it? OG Granddaddy and OG Granddaddy OG and Durban. Have you ever grown anything with Durban in it? Have you bred anything with Durban in it?
It's not Durban.
It's going to be 50% to 75
to
90% Durban.
Have you seen that interview with Pie Guy where he's like, "Oh yeah, it's F1 Durban," because they said it's F1 like Formula One because they thought it got you high so fast, like a race car, like a Formula One race car.
But
they
still,
didn't know it was
what is the flavor profile
hybrid.
in Durban Poison? There's not one Durban that is not subtle. There's not one cut of Durban that's subtle.
No, I know it dominates.
So potent because it's a South African land race, so it has nothing in it.
Right.
So it's going to dominate whatever it hits. So whenever you cross anything to that, you're going to get 3/4 of that, pretty much. Especially if you're going to go
like Deep Chunk, which is also an aggressive breeder, which is an inbred.
Well, it's a pure Afghani. So if you went let's go Durban, Jack the Ripper, which is a 9-way cross back to Afghani. Okay, so you're going to have everything that is in Durban, which is nothing. Everything that is in Jack the Ripper, which is 9 different strains. And then you're going to have Afghani. So it's going to actually end up being almost about 40 to 45% straight up Afghani or Durban. And it's not going to show the other side unless it's a very super potent dominant pheno. Because it's just, again, it's like Asian, Mexican. You breed the two together, you get a Mexican Asian. Well, if you go American and then you go back Asian, dude, the guy is not going to look white. He's going to look Asian.
I don't know if a dab just hit me or not, but I just totally lost all track of what conversation we were even having.
We were talking about Durban, how Durban passes.
Before Durban, though, what are you talking about?
Well, cherry pie.
Oh, the cherry pie. That's what we're talking about. Yeah. So the other thing I was going to say is it's not your fault if you don't know what the lineage of any of the cookies or cherry pie is. It's a lot of those guys and those crews have lied
Yeah,
about
they
their stories
don't.
and change their stories publicly. They don't really breed most of their stuff, in my opinion. Their stuff Hermes on itself or on each other, and then they start making up names and they relabel shit, put it in Mylar bags that are fancy, and then they sell it to people for a lot of money. And they hype
100.
up a bunch of the stuff like the music and the merchandise and the fancy packaging and the fancy blue painted store, so that people will stand in line all around the corner.
100
We
for
got
sure.
I got a free sample of cookies Georgia pie from a buddy. Because we were doing like market research. So I had to smoke it with my wife, and I sampled it, and there was powdery mildew on it, which passed mold testing somehow in the California legal market. But I will say their grape pie is the best thing I've ever had from them. It's a kind of legacy cut, but it was delicious. It was well grown grape pie. But everything else I've had from cookies or lemonade or whatever brand they want to sell it under has been pretty disappointingly bad quality.
You know the shittiest part about that is they claim Cookie Crew grows organic, and their meds are still suck, but they're in Frisco.
Yeah, I mean,
like I went to a club at my local place that is a new Cookie Crew place, and they're like, I'm like, so can you tell me about the meds? They're like, everything is grown organically. They supply it every couple of weeks. They're out of Frisco. Like, this is Burner's actual grow. I'm like, all right, cool. They're like, oh, the cheapest is like what, $32 a gram plus, or $32.08 after tax. Holy shit. No thanks.
That's good stuff.
Whew.
One of those old
I don't know.
That's the cheapest. When you used to be able to go to the clubs down here and go, oh, so I need something like, I didn't really go for the bottom shelf because, again, like, I know what it was grown with and how it felt you and how it medicated you. If you buy middle grade or top grade, it's going to last longer than lower grade. But I knew a bunch of the guys that I knew personally a bunch of the guys that fucking vended all their stuff. It used to be $5, $10, and $15 a gram, no tax. Now it's 28 to 85 a fucking eighth. There's no grams. You can't buy a gram. If you're gonna buy a gram, it's a gram of fucking wax.
Well, guys, I'm gonna fucking call it, man. I don't know if it's in the air like Bingus, but man, I got a lot of trimming to do, a lot of fucking other work I need to do, and at this point, that shit needs to be done to keep things rolling around here. So I want to get to the shout out so I can get to another day of keeping my shit on track, man. Thank you guys for hanging out, Jack. Fucking Johnny, Bingus, World Class Hope. I appreciate you guys for checking in.
Bless you.
You know the routine where things gotta get done.
It's been a great night. I thank you for everything, and I'll see you guys later. Chat, everybody. See you, Jack.
Brother.
World Class Hope, Bingus, everybody who was here. Eagle, you're awesome, bro. Appreciate you. See you later, man.
Appreciate you, Johnny. Send me your Eddie. I need your address, Johnny. Jack, appreciate you, brother. Everybody went black. World's Last Hope, thank you for popping on. Appreciate it, my
Much
friend.
love, brother. Peace, man.
Take care.
Much love, Jack. Dude, I love your turning stone fountain in your garden. That's fucking beautiful.
He's gone. He's already gone. He's gone. Everybody's gone. I guess that's just me in the shout outs. Like I said I was going to do. Thank you guys for tuning in. Hopefully you guys checked out and enjoyed Mendo Dope episode. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode of The Wormhole. I'll be back tomorrow night with, of course, Canna Seed, a Michigan grower. I'm looking forward to hearing his story, his techniques, all that good stuff, his cannabis journey. You guys pretty much know how the routine goes. So as soon as I can figure out what the heck I did with my chat, I'm gonna have to repop half in the chat. It's unfair. As soon as I bring chat up, just so I make sure I don't mute myself, right? There you guys are. Bring it back to live chat. Bam. 420 abnormal. I can't wait to do an episode with you. Very much looking forward to that. I did DM you, I think it was yesterday, under my Eagle Gardens 1 account. I did not DM you from the show account, which I guess I should have. Probably would have helped, huh? But everybody that's involved, thank you guys for your dedication night after night. Not just the people that pop in and contribute, but the fucking amazing people who really are the heart and soul of this adventure. And that is you guys. You know, I enjoy hanging out with everybody, but you guys are the reason why this happens, man. The community, the chat, amazing thing, amazing people. Proud to be a part of this. That's why I thank you guys night after night. And that's why I want to thank you right now, because I'm grateful. Be very vocal with the things you are grateful for. And I am thankful for these folks right here. And that'd be Sub Cools, D's House of Dank, Mama Law 710, Scared Grove 420, Green Thumb Bum, Christina MG 89, Unplugged 705, Medical McGulligan, Rick T, the Rebel, the 9207, Fabian Selena, Dave's Not Here, Tom Spook, Greg Walker, Mendo, Dope. Thank you for another amazing episode. T-Dog, Dung Beetle, Red Eye Jedi Grows, Mother Nature, Justin Conway, Duckweed, Run Boy 7426, Justin Goodhurts, Strongman, Okie Grower 75, Corey Treble, Mark Wallace, Mole Vision 420, Who's Your Cat Daddy, Taco Don Slug, Rick S, In the Bushes 827, Kevin Seaman, or James Seaman, sorry, Kevin Hahn, The World's Last Hope, Pat's Fan 420, Biominter, Dirt Road Dude, Canna Shiva, Jose Ramirez, Red Eye Rustler, Dad Goblin, Dr. Buzz Lightyear, Acetone, 710 Canuck, Can Queen Genetics, Stabby Tanazi, Fumador, Dirtman Dan, Keith the Black Sales, Mr. Bosilas, Zen Premium Gardens, Rasa Bob, Rasa Jeff, Soiled Root, Small Tubes, Tyler, Frosty Buds, Norm Michigan Micro, Ouija Buds, Dub T Roy, Big Jar Grows, JC, Modern Genetics, SoCal Weedner, John, Last PPJ 15, Green County Grower, CJ Apple, Perfectly Imperfected, Dollar Tree Grower, T1 Production, Snake Grower, DOA Grown Meds, You Are Missed, Miss Nudie Grows, or Genevieve Eats Weed on YouTube, I Grew Some, Johnny Canna Seed, Nutrients Shootouts, Naughty Nicky, Zoe and Slammer, NNY, Pixel Monkey, St. Bernard's Observation Route, Clover 420, Big High, Aldridge 25, Miss Madam Cheese, Sue Moo, Mo Grower, The Canna Crotch, Loki Grows, Sess, This Guy, Burton 79, Polish Hammer, Midwest Outlaws 31, Voodoo Ultras, Fresno Nerds, Cali Connections, Wolverine Grown, Big Jar Grows, Jimmy One for Life, Wade Layback, Farmer D Block, MMP Nations Creations, Amber Lalonic, Psychedelic Warlock, Artist LD, Sir Sticky Rob, Big Day 420, Brent Window, Big Ed 1961, Manawani G3, The Green Click, J&K Triple G, Mrs. Sprinkler, Brittany and Tyler Teasley, Hope Farms, Lisa G, John, B2 Crazy for You, BG, WG 420, Dr. Budswell, Purple Thumb OG, Arthro, Sensibilia, Arthro, Just Face 420, Beast Coast Grower 420, Sir Hal, Trey Valone, Keep It Real, Hagerton 420, Zeb Zeppelin, Audit Everywhere, BT, Double D Grows, Fingers, Green Puffin Man, Alex Boyd, Jeff Chef Life, School and Crop, Cause I Love It, Green Mountain Grower, Southwest Okie, Reels 100, 212, Andy Moran, Mandy Fair, Miranda Family Farms, again, thank you very much. Page Farms, Meowflower, Ryan Henderson, Green 13, New Sailbot Winds, Kingdom Black Apondex, Indra, Michigan Native, Mary Jane's Bed Garden, Streamer 77 Double D, Bad Bunny Nutrients, Mr. Green Pots, Mr. Green Nugs from 619 to 664, Spaniard Cougar Jones of the Grow, Pop G Grows, Raz Amy Dro Grows, Cass, the Grow From Your Heart podcast, Lily Luna, the Green Men Flock, True My Morena, Stony Creek, Lost Art, Mr. No One, LG 420, Giant Mike, Prometheus Soil, Jason Iso, P. Will, David Colby, Mason 662, Scroggy Mix, Scroggets in the Forest, The 4th, The Goddess Grows, Kaylee, Chad and Brad Family Farms, Paulie P. Bjork, Kevin Jodry, Mike Concho, Jay Huggins, UDA Green Tree, Hunter, Kush Cloud, Joshua Seamsley, Oak Home, Buds, Warren Nelson, Cam Wood, Maine Mystic, Show Love Always, Kelly Stone, Texas OG, Chuck Norris, Sarge S, Claire Fresno, Happy Guy, Dan the Indoor Man, Gromy Homies, Hamilton Groans, Clip Smoke, Keystone Canna Fly P-Hole, Big High, 710, Eugene Greedleaf, Ace Drew Hustle, Fred Dark Carlos, North Arizona Grove, 420, No Sellout, Jesse White, Gostain Yeti, Introvert, Genetic, Social J, Vixen Robin, Killer 8, Mo, Cam, Wood, James Buttercream, C-Dub from NorCal, the Pharmacy Seed Bank, Deadhead, Sony 616, Curtis, Mayhan, Matt Myron, Morte, Rick Heyman, Stephanie Doris, Antenna Seeds, Fabcarious K, Mike Rubles, the Drew Bear 420, Maxi 751, Lawrence Gonzalez, Slow to Get Up, Stu Moon, Popco 719, Bake with Shake, Baby Old, Smoke BWC, Growing Buds, Laura Wash, Mr. Weedblunt, Old School Grower, Chad Westport, Honcho Grown, Flora Nugs, My Little Piece of Heaven, Pungent Sound Seeds, Goliath Grower, Richard T, Chrissy Wannabe, Mr. Soul, Food Spectrum Gone God, Lori Hanson, Real 2000 Years of Tradition, Mr. D Conley, Pimp Jam, Bodie Face, Show Me Sasquatch, Fuck Google and You, I'm Going Well, Canadian Restore, Dirt Farmer, Carl Wright, Zephyr, Humble Farms, Tannery Farms, Seldom Seen, Old Park Gardens, Hale 9782, Skunky Packs, Martial Arts 2012, Micro Slave Hefner, Daniel McDizzle, Medically Fit, KGB, Robert, Mr. Greenfingers, Motherfucking Thomas, Rancher Coats Aplenty, Monkey Balls, Andrew Chaplin, Bobby Lynn, Minis, Trent Digger, Mr. Peace, Tony Like Bologna, Bill S. Weed Piece, Tater Delicious, Minty, Country Roots, Here on Fire Genetics, Earth Creeper, Big Ray 420, Teeny 101, Buds and Hanser, Mr. Club 14, Bearded B-Man, Farm 616, Snarl Up, Max Screwman, Ruby, The Riffin, Fat Boy, Jack Greenstock 420, Boom Farms, Aldridge 25, Charlie's Farm 25. You are greatly missed, man. You're one man. That's one person I greatly miss fucking out of this journey. Smiley's Gardens, you were missed tonight, and tons of respect for you. JD's missed these notes. Smoke and Grow, Fraser, Grokoski, Twisted Roots, Faded Farm 420, Jeff Dorowski, Genetic Memory Farms, Evolve 420, Cameron, Mr. Bagseed, Jill Carter, Mystic March, Mystic Grower, Ginger Snaps, DTE, Rose, Rick Wolf, DLP 2372, Ned Denver, Mike Denver, Sergeant Pepper 420, Cam Trooper, Blind Cat 420, Light Up Again, Tim, UKSIF 420, Buddha Boy, Devin Shurek, Medical MJ, Budsville, USA, Resurrection Prophet, Chris Martinez, Dankman 420, Dankman Dead, Red Setter Farms, Good Luck, Joni Bell, Chicha Beat, Most Hated Grower, the Major General 420 Army, the American One, W Digger 714, Shirates, Kineo Sedonics, Mountain Skies, Ready Hit That Hot Bar, Chris Mertz, Ian, Right Save Robbie, Sergeant Live, Hepafay Cam, Finger Lakes Fias, Ridge Patch, Dozer Moon, Southern VT Grower, Choose Medical, Jared Blair, Plus One Mushroom, Secret City, Pioneers, My Little Tent, 2042, Spacewalker, Christian, Tree Mump, T. Barrington, Heart and Soul, Homegrown, Mike B, T. Dwayne, East Coast Well, Heidi Day, Galactic Gardens, John Smith, Elliptis, My Natural Farms, Pacific Northwest, Seeds, Ross, Kaya Paul, Lemon, Hoko, Trent Digger, Rita's Juicy Life, 420, Grant Manual, Sammy Sizzle, 81, 9-inch Colas, Chris Mo, DK Trades, Vision Creator, Guru, Dekine Brew, Canada Nation, Jay Wired, Wob Wobbly, Sean Bins, Rescue Ready, Roadside, LLC, Notorious Nugs, Magma Seeds, Father and Son, Trimming, Notorious Dub, T. Dank, Jose Ramirez, Perez, Doggo, The Hunt, 420, Buck, Chico Man, GR 420, Community Videos, Detroit River Rat, Luis Garcia's, Michael P, AJ Everyday, Captain Auto, Cheddar Bob 13, Maine 420, Med Grower, Cookies, Coop, Jay Kendricks, In for the Grill, Backwoods All Good, Chad Mansell, Adam Skankin, CNL, Simpsons, One Smoke Away, Ganja Roach, Kazoo, Aaron Burns, Shrooms, Mr. Lincoln, Stinkin', Angel Studios, MG, the 420 Grow Tent, Paul Diella, John Fleming, Jacobetch, Chemo F Sky, Fibro, Paulie P, Seldom Seen, Elevated, Lenny, Organic, Sunman, Chiba, Sony, Chiba, Sunny, Jeff Pollock, Ricardo Sosa, Dan J, Earth Friendly Farming, Candy Forest Farmer, Fuck All That Be, The Misfit Grower, Jason Line 512, Snake Eyes, Northern 4466, Jason Grayson, Joker Baker, MD, Stony Creek, Russ Zonic, Friends Dweller, Tarzan, Superman, Old Man Herman Ash, Freebird, Mo Grower, Matty Gar, Simple Man, Survival Time, Tim Blake, Gulf Coast, Chronic, St. Pat, Kimo F. Sky, Caballero, Padalero, Harley Grower, Jen God, Steve Collins, Todd Kendricks, Property Maintenance, Sharby, The Island, Hayes, Suba, Steve Speaks, JR Rain, The Pharmacy, Randy K. You should think I would know this list by heart by now. TCDR, Claire Kinney, and Wardrobe Farming, Randy Grande, Pip 1000, Ace Boob 3223, Wake Up, Chris. No, Chris. Captain Freedom Beef, Cover Smiles, 15 digits, Ganja, Michigan Ganja Misfit. Motherfucker, I'm tired, and I think I was. Fred G, Super Bob. Broski 808, Weekend at Birdie's Cave Bag, Justin Station, Strong Style, Organic, Zippy, Medic 31, Honesty, K-Hale, Eoff Flower, Brent Hood, Todd Kendricks, Newtons, KNT, Chris D, Truth Serum, Four Times Four, Natty Dread, Barbara Matthews, Ancient So Grown, Kevin, Jiu-Jitsu, Canna Health and Happiness, Berserk 215, Collab, Low Cut, Albert Turnley, Mo Manic, Meds, Raz Benchy, Helen, Hugh Janus, James T, Atomic Spoon, Miss Jill, Big Daddy, LT Gardens, Big High Flower 420, Lobster Brush Bro, Mother Tree Maine, Red Pill, Your Boy Red Boy, Shannon Gimmons, Ruhan, Rick W, Comfortably Numb, One Smoke Away, The 840 Show, Rick Lamb, Red Pill, 710 again, Kasut, Cannabis Pursuit, K Rolling, K Worthing, Buzz, Logan Man 81, Oil and Flower Podcast, Buddha Blake, What Is Up, The Entourage Effect, Warren Dixon, Pink Lady Luck, El Mono 420, Surrounded by Keith Ferrari Farms, Fringe Dwellers, Single Fathers, Happiness Without Guilt, GMO, Meds, that's all one, Mo Grower, Chiba Man, Coffee Cup, I'm an idiot. I'm a fucking idiot. I forgot to flip back. That's who won. That's who won last night. I'm supposed to be reading this page. Fucking slow. Robert Forge, Paul, David Pimenta, before P-Funk, Nicotine, John Reese. I can't wait to read the comments on that. Without Bob, Prince Patty, Daniel Bergman, Green Puffin Man, Lee Dungle, James Chung. I'm cracking myself up now. Sarge Gross 818, John Wayne, Calling Roots, Sister Golden Hair, Tiana, Health Arena, Kate and Elf Gardens, Blank 710 or 1030, Choose One, Only Feet, Frank Armor, James, Crypto Dope, HIP Grower, Matt Levine, Dan Marino, Chronic Wonder, Sunrise Grow, Top Floor Genetics, Mole Vision 420, Cantu Cannabis, Jess Fisher, My Dog Nelio, Rooster, Alex Hardy Gear, Medi Cropper, Daniel Gross Photos, Mitten Grown Meds, Lexi, Brittany, and Courtney, my baby girls, I love you so much. No Limit 916, Grumpy Toad, Alchemist, and Canamix, Soul Born Addiction, Ross Joe, Alex D, Dirty Or Catfish, High Power, Thunder Dan, Propaganda Station, John McDaniels, Lisa Marie, Blaze Daily, Fried, fucking Piper. Yeah, that's right. Perpetual. Eagle Proud Warrior. Still, I think that one was fucking set up. Sarah Groves Smiles. Frank Asada. The Dank Duchess. Keno's. Kelly Maxwell. Captain 420. Sink Fat. What about Bob? Iljuster 420. Pops Rooms. John Gorski. I'm going with Gorski. We have Dugan Gangsta. THC before PSTD. T Barrington, Honcho Grown, Swamp Cat. Oh man, I wrote this one down. I don't even know. Is it Pimenta Canabinca? Probably fucking butchered that. Best of because I cut that one short. I gotta wait to see you in chat. We got John Doe, Survival One Time. There's a couple other names I missed in chat tonight. Of course, We got I know I wrote them names. What a jerk. I wrote the other names on the other list. Well prepared. New names tonight. Of course. Fucking brown guy should have been there all the time. Pachyderm 420, CK, Jay Brent, 74, Dwayne, Barefoot. I don't even know where to go. Franklin Guerrera. And last but not least, Weedus 207. What a fucking mixed up shout out. I can't wait to read these fucking comments. I love you guys very much for fucking hanging out and fucking watching me be an ass. Few minutes said in points. Thank you guys very much for hanging in here. You guys know the routine. If this is the end of your day, please get some rest. I got work to do. But if this is the beginning of your day, make it a fucking amazing Saturday, man. Fucking most importantly, do something nice for somebody. Random acts of kindness do save lives. Free information. You need help with that. You want to smoke a joint? Do you need some nugs? You look good today. Did you get a haircut? All that good stuff. So many easy things that will make somebody's day possibly, quite possibly, turn their life around. Random acts of kindness do save lives. I am a living, breathing example of that. Please catch me tonight at 11:30 with my guest will be Canafari. 11:30. Hopefully you guys will all be there. For the rest of you guys here and now, good morning, good night. Love you guys.